a man walked into a bar and ordered a glass of white wine. After taking a sip of the wine, he hurled the rest of the glass into the bartender's face. Before the bartender could recover from the shock, the man started weeping. "I'm really sorry," he sobbed. "I keep doing that to bartenders. I can't tell you how embarrassing it is to have a compulsion like this." Far from being angry, the bartender was sympathetic and suggested that the man see an analyst about his problem. "I happen to have the name of a good psychiatrist," said the bartender. "My brother and my wife both go to him, and they say he's the best there is." 3 months later, the man returned to the same bar. The bartender remembered him straight away. "Did you do what I suggested?" he asked, pouring the man a glass of white wine. "I certainly did," said the man. "I've been seeing that psychiatrist you recommended for 2 sessions every week." Then he took a sip of the wine and threw the rest of the glass into the bartender's face. The flustered bartender wiped his face with a towel. "The doctor doesn't seem to be doing you any good," he spluttered. "On the contrary," insisted the man. "He's done me the world of good. But you threw the wine in my face again." "Yes," said the man, "but it doesn't embarrass me anymore." A man is praying in church. He looks up to heaven and says, "God, could you answer a question for me?" "Of course, my son," says God. "What would you like to know?" "God, what is 1,000,000 years to you?" "Well," says God, 1,000,000 years to me is as a second." Says the man. "I guess I understand. So, what is $1,000,000 to you then?" "My son," God says, $1,000,000 to me is as a penny." Says the man. He goes back to praying. After a little while, the man looks up again. "God," he asks, "can I have a penny?" "Sure," God says. "Just a second." A father is eager to take his son for an aeroplane ride, but he is not willing to pay the huge prices charged by most charter pilots. The only person he knows who will do it cheaply is a rather shady stuntman. The stuntman is always looking for a way to make easy money, so he suggests that they can have the ride free as long as they do not say anything or make a noise. If they do, then they will have to pay double. The father agrees and tells his son there must be complete silence or the pilot will not fly. The next day, the trick takes place, and very soon the small plane is soaring high into the sky. The stuntman smiles to himself, certain that once he begins to perform some of his incredible maneuvers, one of them is sure to make a noise. He loops the loop, flies upside down, drops like a stone from a great height, and many other tricks over the 30-minute period. But not a sound is uttered. Eventually, admitting defeat, he returns to base. "That was quite amazing," he says to the father, shaking his hand. "I was sure one of you would have broken the silence. It was very hard," admits the father, "particularly when my son fell out halfway through the trip." A man came to see his family doctor. The man told his doctor that he wasn't able to do all the things around the house that he used to do. When the examination was complete, he said, "Now, Doc, I can take it. Tell me in plain English, what is wrong with me?" "Well, in plain English," the doctor replied, "you're just lazy." "Okay," said the man, "now give me the medical terms so I can tell my wife." It was high time that Paddy got married. So, his parents called a marriage broker in Dublin and asked him to find a good wife for their son. The broker comes over to their house and spends a long time asking questions about Paddy and his parents as to what they want in a wife-daughter-in-law. They give him a long list of requirements. The marriage broker takes a long time looking here, there, and everywhere, and finally visits the family again with a prospective bride proposal. He then tells them of a wonderful woman he has found. He says, "She's just the right age for your son. She keeps a neat home. She is a good Catholic and knows the prayers by heart. She is a wonderful cook, she loves children, wants a large family, and to crown it all, she's gorgeous. After hearing all this, the family is very impressed and begins to get excited about the prospects of a wedding in the near future. But Paddy still has some lingering doubts and asks casually, "Is she also good in bed?" The marriage broker answers, "Well, some say yes and some say no." A woman goes to a doctor and says she wants an operation because her vagina lips are much too large. She asks the doctor to keep the operation a secret as she is embarrassed and does not want anyone to find out. The doctor agrees. She wakes up from the operation and finds 3 roses carefully placed on her nightstand. Outraged, she immediately calls the doctor and says, "I told you not to tell anyone." The doctor replies, "Don't worry, I didn't tell a soul." When the woman inquires about the roses, the doctor says, "Oh, those? The first rose is from me. I felt bad because you went through this all by yourself. The second rose is from my nurse. She assisted me with your operation and has been through this procedure herself, so she understands what you're going through. And the third rose is from the guy upstairs in the burn unit. He wanted to thank you for his new ears." A couple decide that they need a guard dog. So the guy goes to a pet shop and says to one of the employees, "I need a guard dog to protect my apartment." The employee responds, "I have the perfect dog for you." She then showed him a Chihuahua. The man was not impressed and said, "I need a dog that can guard our house and fend off burglars. A Chihuahua can't do that." But this is no regular Chihuahua. "It's an attack Chihuahua," the employee said. "Here, I'll show you how it works. Attack Chihuahua, chair." The employee pointed at a chair, and the guy and the employee watched as the Chihuahua destroyed the chair, leaving only splinters behind. "Wow," the guy said, "but I still think we need a real guard dog." "Are you sure?" she responded. "Here, I'll show you again. Attack Chihuahua, table." She pointed to a table, and again, the Chihuahua absolutely destroyed the table. The man said, Okay, I'll take it." When he brought it home, his wife was very angry. "Why did you buy a Chihuahua?" she yelled. "Because," he responded. "This is no ordinary Chihuahua. This is an attack Chihuahua." She responded, "Attack Chihuahua my ass."